Okay, we're back, and today we have some Optic Mega Boxes. Gotten off Walmart. Got 5 of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna rip them all. 4 are mine. 2 are my son's. So we're gonna rip his last. But yeah, excited for these. I mean, obviously, this is really the key for these is Ja and Zion. That's who you're really going for. You know, you're trying to get color on those. That's the big cards. I mean, there's other rookies as well that are definitely, you know, they're nowhere near the level of Ja or Zion, but they're good. You know, they're good players. But really, for these retail for around 30 or so. That's the the retail price. On eBay or elsewhere on other markets, you can get them for 80, 90, sometimes $100. They definitely have gone down a little bit, which is good. You never want to see something too high. I think when they first came out and the scarcity was there, it was definitely there was a lot of supply and demand, as there is with a lot of different things. But for this, they're if you can get them, if you can grab them, definitely worth it at retail, maybe a little higher based on Zion. Yeah, these are definitely not, mosaic level, anywhere near that. So, you don't want to be paying something too exorbitant from a cost perspective. So it's funny that they have Kyrie Irving on the cover. That's an interesting choice. I think the Nets are going to stink. Big time. I'll put my sons over here. But hey, you know what? To each their own. He's definitely not someone that I think a lot of people are going after. But it's. I mean, he's a good player. I don't know how collectible he really is, but so I'm gonna put the pink optics over there and got all these packs here. So, all right, here we have my son's over here. This way he can watch the video and say that I didn't cheat him out of any good cards. Here's the pink cards. That really, those are the ones that, you get a good player, it's just going to go through the roof. Joey Liz, Nico Melli, rated rookie, not bad. Goga, rated rookie, not bad. I'm a big fan of the rookies. As it's just, I think basketball, there's a lot of them. It's just, I think the top ones get, Ja and Zion get just so much more of the attention compared to the others. It's just, and rightfully so, but I think there's Tyler Hero, there's other players, there's RJ, Giannis, nice Giannis card, Damon Green, Trae Young, My House, Tristan Thompson. These optics also have parallels and silver variants and all these different kind of things you kind of have to keep a close eye out for. There's another rated rookie. Joel Embiid. I mean, so it's definitely, cards that you got to kind of take a second look at. But with these, in my opinion, there's probably outside of, the colors, there's really, very few players that are just huge hits. You're going to have LeBron, Ja, or Zion. Everyone else is, Grant Williams. Everyone else is definitely, a notch below Steph Curry, unless you get like a parallel, which I'll point them out if I get them. Got a bunch of packs, so just ripping them, not going through much here. Paul Millsap, Kawhi, Malcolm. See, there's only 4 cards per pack, so I mean that's why it's like the odds of getting a Zion or one of the big guys. LeBron, I mean that's a decent card, as a base. Steph Curry, it's low. Your odds of getting a card like that is really low. So you kind of have to weigh how much you want to invest in the cards. If you know that the chance of getting a card with a good payout, unless you're, you know, and I'm looking at it from a card kind of more investor perspective, right? If you're a, you know, someone, a huge fan of basketball, if you want, you know, you're interested in the Kyrie Irving cards. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Iggy, I'm a big fan of his. I think he's going to be, I don't know if he's going to be a superstar, but I think he's going to be a good player. Michigan, definitely the second rookie name on that team behind RJ, D'Angelo Russell, Jaren Jackson. So this is another one of those parallels. Jarrett Culver, I believe that's a parallel as well. The green at the bottom. See, everyone else doesn't have that sort of shimmer, but I'll check on that later. The Jaren Jackson, decent. I'll put those over the side. Not the name that we'd want for that card, but you know, I mean, it's okay. The Al Horford, JJ Redick, James Harden, Robert Covington, definitely warrants kind of going through the cards later. Goran, RJ Barrett, My House. I mean, that's a decent card of him. Zach LaVine, that's a good pack. You know, the funny thing is that I lived in the New York City area for most of my life and was a big Knicks fan. And really, Knicks, I say, so when Patrick Ewing was drafted, I was you know, a young kid, so that got my attention. You know, obviously, getting the number one, I think, yeah, the number one pick, and him coming in, and the Knicks were good. But the Knicks of the 90s were the team that just, you know, really got my attention. They just were, you know, they were tough. They had, you know, John Starks, I believe, was a grocery bagger before he was, you know, he became like kind of a star in the Knicks. You know, just that team. See, that's another silver parallel card. You know, it was a team that was fun to watch. Unfortunately, in the 90s, you had to go against, you know, kids like cards. You know, you had to go against the Pistons and the Bulls and even the Rockets. And, I mean, there was a lot of good teams that you had to kind of, you know, fight against. Okay, there you go. Eric Paschal, that silver hologram prism card, Jordan Poole. So getting decent rookies, or at least decent amount. Got the LeBron base, got the RJ Barrett, got the parallels, but you know, really what we want is Ja or Zion. That's really who we're looking. So there's Jarrett Culver again, getting good sort of parallel versions of a card, which is always nice, but you want that for the big names. That's what's really going to pay out. Steph Curry, I've got like 5 of his so far. Devin Booker, Robert Covington. Actually, not the rookies that I'm collecting. Nunn, Clark, Davis. There's other rookies that I'm high on that I have not seen yet, and I'm almost through with all of them. Nicholas, Jarrett Culver, Devin Booker. So yeah, so I mean, but that's why, you know, like I said, I wouldn't pay more than retail for these cards. I don't think that they're worth it. You know, save your money for you know, the mosaics of the world. They're just better. You know, it's just, that's my. All right, well, there's one of the rookies that I'm going for. Not the big name, Kendrick Nunn, Brooke Lopez, Fantasy Stars, Jason Tatum. No name Kendrick Nunn, which is cool. Again, not the player that I'm really looking for. But you know, better than nothing. That's for certain. Okay, let's see. Giannis, Draymond Green, Nicholas Claxton. So, like one Zion, but I'll take it in the sort of pink extra packs. James Harden, Ricky Rubio. We got RJ, the My House, but that's really nothing that big. Kobe White, I mean, that's another good rookie. Haven't gotten Kyrie Irving. Pascal, getting the same players. I feel like I'm heavy Golden State. And maybe that's because, maybe it's in my son's box, which would be funny. Not the, basketball cards are not my favorite. I'm not the biggest basketball fan, kind of going back into, what I was saying. The Knicks of the 90s were just an amazing team to watch, and especially when you're from New York in that area. Whether it be ownership or whatever happened, Knicks became unwatchable, and just bad management and signing bad players, and it just became just not fun. So, not going to be, we moved to LA, not going to be, a Lakers fan, not going to, be a homer like that. But, Ja Morant, okay, I got Ja Morant in my house. So I'm killing it with my houses. Basketball is probably the third favorite sport to watch. Taco, Drew, Steve Nash, John Wall, and Taco Fall. Okay, so that's all the base packs from 4 boxes. A lot of good rookies. I got the parallel for Eric Pascal. Got the LeBron base card. Decent. Got the Jaren Jackson parallel card, and then my house, RJ Barrett, Ja Morant, and Kobe White. So decent. Nothing really to write home about. But now this is where, hopefully there's a big payoff here. This is what we want. Get a really big name in these is going to be really good. Anthony Davis, not bad. Here, I'll put these there. My new camera setup. Jordan Clarkson. I'll put that there. Jeremy Lamb, UConn. I believe he's UConn Huskies. From one of their national title runs, I want to say. LeBron James, pink parallel. That's a good card. I'll definitely take that. Joe Harris, rated rookie. Come on. Here, actually, let me put that there. I'll put the rated rookie there. So, or maybe, you know what? Maybe my son got the big card, which, not the worst. Giannis, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant. I mean, that's the thing. It's going to be hit or miss with these. With the LeBrons, I mean, it's we're doing okay. Steph Curry, Dylan Windler. Gonna have to go through these again, but I mean, yeah. Again, no Zions. Not having luck with the Zions, or lack thereof. Chris Dunn. Got the Kendrick Nunn, no name, pink parallel. So got the same for the base and the pink one, which is funny. Wouldn't mind if that was Zion. That would have been ideal. Come on. Give me one Zion or Ja from the pink. That would be nice. That would be, or my son's going to get it. And then we're going to fight over who gets it. Lucas Batum, Giannis. Getting Giannis a lot. I haven't gotten Tyler Hero either. That would be another card that I would like. Nice Tyler Hero. Steph Curry, that's like the 4th or 5th one. Gary Harris, Jared Allen. Nico, got him again. All right, so from those 4 boxes, decent, the My Houses, got the LeBron pink parallel. I believe I've gotten those. Here's some of the other cards I've pulled. The Jared Culver, well, that's Mosaic. LeBron James, that's obviously not from here. LeBron James, pink parallel, so got the same card. Those are good cards, but they're not the cards that we were looking for. So, all right, now let's open my son's packs. And right off the bat, it's going to be a Zion. Watch. Justice, Eric Gordon, Joe Dumars. See, there's Joe Dumars from that Pistons team that I was talking about. That Pistons team with Bill Laimbeer and Isaiah Thomas, those were just tough teams to play against. Tobias, Bradley Beal. And the Knicks, they had good teams. But you come out of the East, you had the Bulls, you had the Pistons, you had a lot of good teams that you had to fight against. You even had Orlando Magic with Shaquille and Anthony Hardaway, Bradley Beal. All right. It's just tough to do that. So unfortunately, the Knicks, you know, they made a couple runs, but nothing, you know, didn't result in the championship. So I didn't get to see that in that period. And that was definitely, oh, God, Zion, my house. All right, I mean, that's good. I mean, good for him. Danny Green. All right, one more pack. You got the Zion my house. I got the Ja my house. So I guess we can't complain too much. Russell Westbrook and a Kendrick Nunn no name. So these boxes obviously were hot with the Kendrick Nunns, which, you know, that's a good name, good player to have. So the two from the base packs from the one box for my son, obviously, I mean, that's a good card. And the Zion, that's the killer card. But now we got the pink parallels. That's going to really determine, you know, the kind of how these boxes go. You know, other than that, I mean, he got a couple good cards, but Cody Martin, DeAndre Hunter. But the My House, I mean, it's not his, you know, not the best card of his, but it's definitely good. Dropping these, that'd be funny. Last one, James Harden and Keldon Johnson. Okay, so in the fifth box, a lot of good cards, but really the two best ones, the My House, Zion Williamson, and the Kendrick Nunn no name. So that's it. That'll probably be the last basketball I do for a while, unless I get some other cheap retail boxes other than that. But that's the video, and hopefully back to baseball soon. Have a good one.